What's good?
What up?
There you go. What's up, y'all? Oh man, been gone
back.
for a minute. Now we back with the jump off.
Hey.
Hey.
Back.
Look,
You
y'all.
know-
What's up? We're gonna give folks a minute to get up into here. They coming in. Can you see them? What's going on? Tell me. You know,
Slowly
you got
but surely
guys
we
who
coming
think
in.
they coming in.
Slowly but surely we coming in. Hey, yo, we back on, bro. So y'all gotta come on in. Man.
Come on in the room.
Wave them in. Wave them in. Sit them.
Come
Sit
on
on
in the
down,
room.
folks. Anyway, y'all, it's Thursday, guys. It's been a minute. We back though. Happy Thursday to all the cuties and everybody out there. Welcome to Root Access Live. We are your hosts. I'm your girl Koko. We got Mr. Root and Jinx with me. Appreciate y'all pulling up on us tonight. But those of you who are here, we want y'all to go ahead and start hitting that share button, the like button. Invite all your friends to Root Access Live right here on Facebook Live, and we are also streaming live on YouTube. Yes. But as usual, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that to cover tonight. But I'm going to tell you what, when you get to this show, it's always a lot to digest. We always leave you with something to think about. So what's good, fellas? Hope all is well in the land of the living.
Nah. Real talk. Oh, not well. Like, I don't know how many of y'all got this COVID vaccination.
Oh, boy.
Like, I'm for the vaccine. I promise you, I'm for it. I believe in it. I believe in the science behind it. But I got my second shot yesterday, and I'm going through today. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I'm going through. Yesterday, I was fine. I had no symptoms, no nothing yesterday. But today, I woke up. I had like a 5 a.m. prayer call I was on. I woke up this morning. I had chills. I had a little bit of,
Lord, I'm not looking forward to this.
I've had a little bit of a sweat all day. Tired, a few body aches here and there. So, yeah, the price you pay for the vaccination, but
Jesus be a healer.
Huh? Talk
Jesus
to him.
Be a healer.
So if y'all see Jinx nodding off, or under the table real quick, and we got to end the show, you already know why.
Listen,
right.
They're not paying me, so I'm not gonna let the bottle show. But I had one of these things to try to get me through the night. They're not paying me, so I can't know what it is. But
so a little bit of taurine just to help you get through. Okay,
trying to get through. Plus, we play tonight, so I got to be awake.
Shout out to home team.
We didn't even get to that part yet.
I'm sorry. I got excited.
Oh my God. Y'all be so hyped when it comes to sports. We didn't even get to that part yet. We still talking about
Jinx
the vaccination.
Started it. I had a regular.
Still talking about the vaccination,
all right,
though.
Sorry. My bad.
Because I got some questions.
Right now, Root, you got phase 1, right? You got the first shot, right?
Yeah, the first shot. So all that did was my arm was very sore.
Crazy sore.
Like the first day was like, the second day I was like, yo, I felt like I got punched like by 10 elephants.
So you felt like you had a tetanus shot or something?
Yes, and then it went away after that, so I was fine.
And y'all keep saying shot. What shot y'all got? I need y'all to spill the beans because I'm not vaccinated yet.
Well, let me say this too.
I need to know. Y'all got to convince me because I got some folks on my Facebook page who jump at me, and I personally think it's a personal choice whether you want to get the vaccine or not. So tell me, talk to me.
No, first of all,
what's going on?
If my arm wasn't sore, I wouldn't even think I got shot because I got the shot because it was so quick and you felt nothing.
Nothing.
Like she literally rolled this joint up and I'm talking and I looked over. She was like, "All right, all done." I was like, "You got to be kidding me." Okay. She was like, "Yeah, you really don't feel anything." And I'm just like, for a minute, I said, "This woman didn't give me no shot." So now I'm thinking that's a conspiracy. And I'm like, "There's no way." And then the next day, my arm was sore. So you don't feel it, but yeah, I'm hearing this. I get mixed reviews on the second shot. Some people don't feel it. Some people don't get sick at all. They're fine. And then others are down, but it's only for one day.
So both of y'all are getting the same shot, correct?
Yeah, Moderna.
I got Moderna.
Okay, you're fully vaccinated, Jinx. You have your shot.
Yeah, I got my
card. You are halfway vaccinated.
They gave me this little wrist.
Zero.
Stick it to COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they gave you a gift. How cute.
Isn't it cute?
Everybody who's on here, can you guys please share the broadcast? We've been going for over a month, right, guys?
It's been a minute. Yeah, we was on Christmas break. We wasn't even on spring break. We was on like Christmas break.
We was on summer break.
Yeah, we was definitely on summer break.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all. So yeah, I think that the vaccine is a personal choice. Jinx said earlier, why don't you jump on? A couple of people on my Facebook page has been telling me to jump on, but I personally have not gotten the shot. I did, however, have COVID and I was okay. Not saying, God rest the souls that did lose their life to COVID. And, those of you who did suffer, but I'm still not totally convinced that I should get the vaccination. And honestly, I don't think it's a vaccination. I think they should just call it a COVID shot because I feel like, if you have to get it again or if you have to get a booster or you have to get it when the next season comes, it's just a shot. Vaccination to me means that, it's a one and done thing. So, I'm still, doing my research and being careful about the things that I inject into me. To each his own, and people get discriminated against or they get talked about or they think it's frowned upon to not get the shot, but it's not for everybody and you don't have to get it if you want to. But the thing is, you don't have to tell people whether you got it or not to avoid that conversation.
Very true. So, I for me, it wasn't necessarily a personal decision as it relates to I didn't want anybody to know. But if that's your decision, I applaud you. I think we live in a society where peer pressure is real, and the pressure to disclose what you do and what you don't do, I think, is a real thing. I did not feel pressure to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it, right? Because there may be some people who are kind of trying to figure out what to do. Like I said, I got it because I did some research. I talked to some medical professionals that I'm very close with. And I felt comfortable in getting it. I knew what the possibility of, what the possibility could happen, after my second shot, and everything that they said is actually taking place. So I'm not surprised by anything. But I also expect, by tomorrow and definitely going into Saturday, to feel completely better. So again, if you're still on the fence, do your research. Don't let anybody convince you to or not to. I would say, do your research and make sure that you're comfortable with whatever decision you make.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the respect. But y'all know that in New Jersey, the masks are coming off tomorrow.
Delaware came off last week.
How y'all feeling about that?
I ain't going to hold you.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my mask. I'm sorry. I just told y'all I wasn't vaccinated. I'm still wearing my mask.
And I feel like anybody who works in the food service industry, they should keep it on forevermore. Okay. Like I was very comfortable with, the waiter or the server or the people who prepare your food to see with their mask on. I'm like, that's like a no-brainer. That should have been a process. That should have been a rule. Yeah, that should have been a rule because you talking over the food, you talking over me, and it's just like the particles. us blowing out birthday cakes. There's certain things that shouldn't be anymore. It should be
but we've been
eradicated.
doing that for some of us 30 years, some of us 40
know,
years.
but it's
Well,
nasty.
we've been living a wild and dangerous life. We've been living like we've been untouchable.
But we should not have. We shouldn't have been. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, you all. Yeah, all that.
Apples. We've been COVID for.
We've been doing that.
Apple.
They was calling it meningitis. Yeah. Remember back in the day, you was dipping your thing in the cooler at the college party. Yeah, meningitis and all that stuff. Like, anyway, I don't know about y'all, but y'all do what y'all want to do. I encourage those who want to get the vaccine. I'm not steering anybody away. I use it on all my platforms. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all want to do. But we're going to get on to some real topics. We're going to move on to something that we familiar with and things that we've been familiar with. We're going to talk about Ronald Green. Now, 2 years ago, this month, a violent arrest of an unarmed black man, another unarmed black motorist, occurred, which led to the death of Ronald Green in the state of Louisiana. Now, he led them on a high-speed chase. For years, they had been saying, they had told his family that he died because in police custody, of course, as a result of crashing into a tree. Now, 2 years later, we're still digging for evidence, and this is totally not the case. More footage is coming out. More things are coming out. We have police officers on, tape recording saying that they beat the living shit out of this man, and he was still resisting arrest, which led to the result of him being murdered. Now, again and again, we talk about this subject. It's sad, it's hurtful, but this is what's happening in America. Jinx, help me out here. I know you got something. Your face always shows. You wear your face. You wear your emotions on your face. And as I'm talking, I can see the emotion on your face and you want to say something. So I'm going to go ahead and let you speak.
Appreciate it, Cole. I asked Root and Cole the question in the pre-show meeting. Are we numb to this? Like it's, and please don't think that that's a statement that diminishes the importance of what we're talking about.
Right.
When things happen so much, it's almost like we're surprised if it doesn't happen than we are if it does. Like, I think that if there was a story of multiple Caucasian cops coming to the scene and arresting an African American and he doesn't die or doesn't get tased or doesn't get beat, I think we all would be like, whoa, really? Where was this? And who are those cops? Mm-hmm. Because it's just happening so much. And with this story, and then I'll digress for Mr. Root to give his portion. But for this story, man, like, this family was lied to for the past year and a half, 2 years, about how their loved one actually died. And to think one thing for that long and then come to the realization that he is another individual that was beaten and tased repeatedly. And as they said, they beat the living, what out of him. Mm-hmm. Celebrating this behavior. I'm at a loss for words, man. Mr. Root.
It's like you say, we get desensitized to this type of stuff at certain points. As you know, Beanie and I, we do the Root Rundown. Mm-hmm. And for like 2 weeks, there was like no news like this.
What?
And yes.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter.
I feel like it was like at least 3 or 4 Root Rundowns.
Wow.
We didn't have any of this to report. And I was in such a good mood. I was in such a jovial mood, just giving regular type news. You know what I mean?
Right.
But every time we talk about this type of stuff, like, it's traumatic for us. It's not like just a story. It's traumatic for all of us. You know what I'm saying? It brings us down. I mean, we got to report about it, and we want to, keep people abreast of what's going on.
Create awareness.
But this type of stuff is traumatic because it could be any one of us. Once upon a time, only Jinx and I can say it's just us as black men. But it can be Koko as well. Like, they, at this point, man, they don't care who they doing it to. Black man, black woman is bad. And for them to lie to this family for 2 years to say that Ronald Green got into a car accident and flew through the windshield, and for his mother to think that her son died in a car accident for 2 whole years, not to find out till this week that that was not the case, that he was pretty much beaten to death, is a tragedy. And it's like everybody should be fired. There should be an investigation like no other. I mean, because again,
very thorough.
Yeah, very thorough investigation, because we already know, okay, he led the cops on the chase. That does not equal to murder. I'm sorry. And that's the first thing that people want to throw out there. Oh, well, he shouldn't have been running from the cop. We see this all the time with black, white, yellow, red. But anything other than black, they get to go home. So you can miss me with all of that. But for y'all to lie and say, and now it comes out that that's not the case.
Right.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
9 times out of 10, when you elude the police, it does end up in a beating. And that's what they were saying. And of course, they had to throw in that, you know, he had head injuries because he crashed into the car tree. And then he also had cocaine in his system. It's easy for y'all to say stuff like that.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not when the man was saying, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm your brother.
Do we have a video of that?
We do. We have a video. It's a CBS video, and it's a video that's narrated by CBS anchors, and also Ronald Green's mother. She's talking on this video. I'm gonna play the video, but I'm gonna talk about the fact that I had a taillight out this week, right? And I had to replace my taillight, and I can remember leaving, and I'm like, oh snap, my taillight is out, and I'm like, if a cop gets behind me and my taillight is out, I'm shook. My oldest son drives now, and sometimes he takes my car to wherever he has to go, and I'm like, yo, I'm scared for the littlest vehicle infraction.
Absolutely,
I don't know what
as you should be. Sadly saying, as you should be.
Yeah,
but I can get to this video, y'all. Let me share this video. So
I'm glad you didn't say that you did get pulled over, because I was going to say this is the second time you talked about an incident where you have gotten pulled over by the police, and the first time you were in the right, you were corrected, but you knew what you did wrong, or you realized what you had did wrong and nothing went wrong. But wow,
here's this video, y'all. Let's take a look.
Died after an encounter with police. And the big question tonight, were officers trying to cover up what happened? Here's CBS's Janet Shamlian. That's the voice of Ronald Green apologizing after leading Louisiana state troopers on a high-speed chase. I'm so scared. I'm scared. After he stopped, a trooper tases him, and he's pulled from the car. Taser. The 2019 video, newly obtained by the Associated Press, shows Green beaten, kicked, you're about to get it again, and repeatedly tased by one of 7 white officers on the scene. The 49-year-old was also dragged briefly by his shackled ankles. The AP says Green was then left face down for more than 9 minutes. When you first saw this video, what did you think? I thought it was a murder. Tonight, CBS News is hearing from Green's mother, Mona Hardin, who first saw the video last fall. No one is above the law. But it seems like they continue to dance this out to where they wanted to just go away. Hardin says state police initially claimed her son died from injuries in the car crash that ended the chase, later changing the story, acknowledging there was a struggle and saying Green died en route to the hospital. Lee Merritt has filed a wrongful death suit on the family's behalf.
These men not only had to do this terrible thing, they then had to falsify reports. I'm scared.
The Justice Department has opened a criminal investigation, and the FBI is also involved. The Louisiana State Police tells CBS News the incident is still under review. It calls the release of that video unauthorized because it compromises the investigation. Janet Shamlian, thank you.
Now, they're saying that it compromises the investigation. This has been 2 years going on since we have found this out. And now that the company, or the family, wants to sue the police department now all of a sudden they're doing this investigation. They should have been doing this investigation.
Well, Lee Merritt's going to get the money. So
he's going to get the money.
Lee Merritt, works with Benjamin Crump. So, Lee Merritt's going to get the family money, but it's bigger than just the family receiving funds.
Right. They got to bring the loved one back. What
is justice in this kind of situation?
What is justice?
And I think that's a fair question. What is justice? Is the 7 police officers going to jail, losing their jobs? Is that really justice? I don't know. It's not justice. Justice in this situation cannot happen because justice in this situation is Ronald Green never losing his life.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Justice in this situation is Ronald Green being taken into custody without incident. Now, I get it. He had cocaine in the system, but they didn't know he had cocaine in the system when they stopped him. Right? So you can't say that, oh, he had cocaine in his system, that's why we did that. No, because y'all didn't know until a toxicology report, right? So you don't know what this man is on. And in the video, he's coherent. He's able to tell you what's wrong with him. He's able to talk to you and tell you that he's afraid. You're giving him commands while you're beating him. So can he really respond? Can he really?
He's shackled, James.
Exactly.
He's shackled.
Yeah, exactly. So what? It's like what? It's like, what do you want him to do? You're giving him commands, but your shackles and your hands and your feet are prohibiting him from doing what you're telling him to do. And then you're going to hit him with a resisting arrest charge. But he didn't live, so you can't hit him with that. But they will. I guarantee you, if the district attorney releases charges against Ronald Green, because they'll do it. Just because he's dead doesn't mean they won't charge him. Right. They'll release a police report. And they'll say resisting arrest, evading police, felony evasion. They're gonna say all that stuff.
Well, no, I don't think they have to even do that because there is another video. I don't know if we have that or if you can pull that up real quick.
I think that was audio, Cole.
Or there's another piece of audio where there is the officer saying that he beat the living shit out of him. And he put him in a chokehold, and he still was resisting arrest. So they don't even have to go that far. I think the investigations are really done just as they were when we watched the 9 minutes of George Floyd's video. Like it was right there. The evidence was there. We didn't even have to go that long into trial.
Yeah, Officer Trooper Chris Hollingsworth, he's caught on audio saying, "I beat the ever living blank out of him. I choked him and everything else trying to get him under control." This officer has since mysteriously died in a car accident because he was under extreme investigation last fall. And he got into a car accident and died last fall.
So did they do a toxicology report? When they did the article on that, did they say that he was extremely drunk because he might have been depressed and he was drinking? They didn't say that part, huh?
You know what I want to ask these officers, and you know what I want to do? I want to now. We got to talk about this, but I want to put this out there. I want to bring on the high-ranking officials from Delaware State Police, and I want us to have an opportunity to ask them these kinds of questions and see what their responses are. Because you know what I want
to right now. We got.
I wish I would have set. We would have set this up before. But we'll do it in the near future if that's okay with y'all. Because what I want to talk to them about is when they're choking somebody or when they're beating somebody, do they ever think what the natural response is to someone being choked and beaten?
I'm glad you said that.
Because if I'm being choked, it's natural for me to want to get whoever's choking me off. That is not resisting arrest.
Jinx.
Choking me is not arrest.
Jinx. I said this the other day on
reflexes. That is reflexes.
On the rundown. I told Vinny, I said, it's not like you want to resist arrest, but I was like, I've never been beaten a whole lot in my life. I was a very good child. I probably got like 2 beatings. But I remember getting 1 beating and I'm running from my mother.
Yes.
I don't want to get beat.
And it's not that you're disrespecting your mother, but the pain that's being inflicted on your body it's a natural reaction to move.
Talk about it.
You're not just going to take the beatings.
No.
But then you want to say resist arrest.
And a beating is a lash is something you could never get used to, no matter how many times it comes.
Exactly. Everybody not gonna be Denzel Washington in Glory.
It's a reflex. There.
No, but it's true.
Yeah, but it's true, right?
It's a natural reaction. It is a reflex. It is a knee-jerk situation where I don't care if you have a badge or not. If you're inflicting pain on me, my natural response is to get this pain away from me. Whoever is inflicting this pain on me, to get them to stop. It is not out of disrespect. It is not out of not, respecting the law or the badge or anything. It's not. Like you're gonna charge me from doing what's natural.
Yeah.
Come on.
We could stay here all day.
I was just about to say we could talk about this all day, and since this just came out, there is more to evolve in the story. So as it evolves and develops, we'll definitely report. But since we had talked about George Floyd, we might as well talk about how President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, they met with the family of George Floyd, who on this Tuesday, exactly 1 year from that Tuesday, was murdered by Minneapolis police. Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Now, the meeting that they had came about through the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, which you said earlier, or you guys were talking about earlier, how justice is not going to be served. Now, they were supposed to have a meeting on Tuesday in, Justice and the Policing Act, which was a piece of legislation that would set up national registry of police misconduct, ban racial and religious profiling by law enforcement, and overhaul qualified immunity for police officers. Now, mind you, this bill was supposed to be signed on Tuesday, but it still remains stalled in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
So, President Biden had initially set the goal to sign this bill on Tuesday or pass this legislation on Tuesday, but the White House backed off the deadline because they're still in negotiations. Now, like you said in earlier context or, about the previous story, why can't this be justified, or where's the justice? We can't have justice because they won't pass the bill. And the bill has been sitting there for months. George Floyd has been dead a year now, a year and 2 days.
Koko, y'all know y'all little brother. And I'm not afraid of, these kind of taboo topics. My issue with everything that's going on in regards to this bill not being passed, not being signed into legislation, there are other minority groups that have not been under the same kind of oppression.
I'm glad you said that.
As the Black people have been under this kind of oppression, and their bills and their legislation happens immediately.
Pronto. I wish I knew the Asian word for quickly, fast.
What am I missing here? What? And I don't want to be assumptive. I do not want to be assumptive, but I'm only looking at what's taking place in our legislative context.
And at this point, you can only be assumptive.
But what you're missing is this is why it's very important when you're voting for these senators that is being held up, because half the people don't want this bill to pass.
Right.
What's the number? Wasn't it 50-50?
It's like 50-50.
It was dead
so
on.
You need to tell me.
Only one person opposed or something. It was like one more person, or
I think that was about the Asian legislation. There was only one person who opposed it. So it was 99-1.
Right.
Let me explain this, and I'm just going to give a few high-level points of this bill. The bill actually has nothing to do with Blacks.
No.
The bill has everything to do with unlawful force against humans, period.
Which really means Blacks, though. You know that.
Right.
Yeah, but they can't say that. Because
you can't say that, but we know what it is.
Which is like Black Lives Matter or All Lives Matter. Like, they can't say that.
But the Asian bills, the Asian legislation, has Asian in the legislation.
It does. It's
tough. It's tough. And again, it's something that we're so accustomed to. I'm a digress, but I gotta say it. we talked about how long this bill has been in front of the Senate, and they knew that there was a deadline coming. I gotta ask, did Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, did they invite the Floyds to the White House to patronize and placate them because they knew that the bill wasn't going to pass?
I wouldn't put it past them.
Now, I can't say that your assumption is wrong. I can't say that. If the deadline was Tuesday and you put them off and cancel the meeting, that looks just as bad. So, you got to use discernment there.
But George,
I'm going to invite these people, and I'm going to acknowledge the fact I'm going to acknowledge what's going on, especially being the fact that it's the death of his anniversary. However, I know before we get to this meeting that this legislation is not going to pass, and today is the deadline.
One of George Floyd's sisters, though, she wasn't having it. She's like, I'm not going to the White House. I'm staying out here and I'm picketing, and we need to know what's going on with this bill. Right. Stop playing in my face.
Had the bill been passed, they would have known. They would have gotten a phone call, so they could have their celebratory speeches together.
What a way to celebrate! What a way to celebrate at the White House if that bill was passed. So again, we can't just talk about it. We have to bring them to task. All right, if it's 50-50, then how do we make a decision now on this bill? This bill needs to be passed. The George Floyd Policing Act bill.
I think that's the reason why it hasn't been passed, because it has his name in it.
Which is it was just so crazy, man.
But
which is so crazy.
What difference does it make? Right is right, wrong is wrong.
But these people don't look at it. They half of America probably looks at him as a criminal, as somebody who think about it. Somebody who tried to pass off a counterfeit bill and he got what was coming to him.
Right, but half America didn't know that until he was murdered. You would have never known that.
It doesn't matter. They look for excuses because clearly if he was killed in that manner, it was for a reason. I don't care if he gave you a bunch of counterfeit bills. That doesn't equal to death. That doesn't equal to your knee on my neck and taking away my air circulation for 9 minutes. Like, that's ridiculous. And the fact that people in these comments be talking so heavy behind a keyboard, because you wouldn't say any of that in our faces. But the fact that you have people in this world that are just so twisted and think that George Floyd deserved that is crazy, and don't see the wrong.
No way any human in their right mind should think that another human, no matter what you do, nobody deserves to die.
No, man,
by the hands at another human of another human being. That just doesn't sit right with me.
Especially somebody who's supposed to protect you.
Right. Now, if you come in my house, you're gonna die.
I mean, yeah.
You said nobody. I just wanted to make that very, 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 very clear.
I get that part. I get that part. But you're right. If you want to get technical and you want to cover everything, you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna argue.
I got toys. So
this is happening all over the world. We done been to Minneapolis. We went to Louisiana. Now we're going to bring it back up north to show you how this nonsense has just happened all over the country. Now, y'all remember Central Park Karen, right? Amy Cooper, the lady who went viral last year for calling the police on a black bird watcher, Christian Cooper. Yeah, y'all remember her.
No relation.
Y'all remember. But guess what? She's back Karening. If that's a word, I don't know. Karen and again.
That's rich.
This time she's suing her employer for wrongful termination and discrimination. She got fired from her job. Now she want to sue them for being a white woman or being a white privileged woman. Like,
and let me remind y'all,
the fact that she even suing or even thinking about suing is white privilege.
But it's the epitome of it. It's the epitome of it.
Like, ain't that the pot called the kettle black? Like, you accuse somebody of something, now you're being accused of being a Karen. Whatever. Yeah.
And let me refresh your memory of what went on in Central Park. She was in a bird park, okay, right, with her dog. You're not supposed to be in this bird park with your dog. Christian just simply asked her, can you leave? Because, a dog has no business here.
Right.
You're gonna scare the birds away that the people are trying to watch.
Right. Basically, he did something that she would have done. Let's be clear, because they do that type of stuff all the time. You don't belong here. What are you doing walking in this building?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Curve your dog. Do you have bags for your dog?
Yeah, exactly. And so she looks at him and like, no, I'm not leaving. And then she calls the police and says, I'm in the Ramble, and there's a man, an African American. He's got a bicycle helmet. He's recording me and threatening me and my dog. That's what she said, threatening me. So mind you, you already know about the history of black men in Central Park. I went to grammar school with Raymond Santana, who went to jail, who was falsely accused for raping someone in Central Park. So that in itself, like, you don't play those type of games with black people to say you're being threatened. That could have easily went another way, ma'am. Okay? Karen. So now, because the world got to see this, you Karening, as Koko said.
I just made that up.
And your job, rightfully so, we're not dealing with this because we don't want this heat. And you're a racist. And no. So, you know what? We are terminating you. Now you want to sue them because now you're under emotional distress. You lost your job and you were wrongfully terminated, and this and that.
You don't feel like it's right to accuse me of being this,
of being racist. I'm not
racist. Karen dog hanging like this.
Right. Meanwhile, you're killing your dog.
She's trying
something that Michael Vick went to jail for 3 years for.
Right. Karen dog. Where is Peter? Did anybody call Peter?
No,
meanwhile, she complaining about something that don't got nothing to do with her. While I know it might be unusual to Karen or people that are Karening for a black man to be bird watching, because it was a little difficult for me to understand too. But that's what he was doing, and it is what it is. You might not be used to it, but that's what it is, and you should mind your business. You're in the place that you're not supposed to be in anyway, Amy.
Yep.
You're in a bird watching park with a dog.
Amy is seeking back pay and bonuses, loss of unvested funds, and other benefits, front pay or reinstatements, emotional distress damages, attorney's fees and costs, and interest and punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial.
This is the pot calling the kettle.
If it ain't.
I don't like to talk bad about people, but Amy, you could go ahead and crawl out.
I don't got nothing else to say about
it. She creates more problems for herself than the average.
There's a show.
This is the second time we done heard about this person who's not even nobody. Let's just say that. Who is Amy? Like, we're wasting too much time with somebody who's getting famous off of nothing. We shouldn't even be giving her this energy.
Exactly. We're done.
I gotta say,
Karen.
There's a show. I'm not gonna name it because again, there's a popular morning show that comes on in New York, and they have someone who's called the blank of the day.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it because we're on air, but I hope that they did a segment on her.
Oh, definitely. Oh, she definitely. Yeah, they definitely got her.
They actually did that this morning or yesterday morning. I definitely heard it. I listen to them often, regularly, avidly. I listen to them just like I listen to Root Access Live, like I'm trying to get these other folks to do. But anyway, I'm looking at you, bros, and y'all got y'all good jerseys on. I see y'all representing. It's playoff times. Now listen, this is the second time we done been in the playoff. Oh, y'all get on my nerves so bad, yo. But this is the second time we have been to the playoff segment, or the segment of the NBA. And things look a little bit different now. Last year we was in a bubble. This week, according to Mr. Root's post, the garden was packed. I mean, 16. How many, y'all? I don't even know what the number was. 16,000.
16,000.
We talked about mask mandates earlier, everybody being vaccinated. So I guess this is the result of the evolution of what's going on, or us getting back to normal. Is that what this is, or what?
Listen, the Knicks haven't been in the playoffs since 2008. And this is James Dolan, who is the owner of the Knicks. the GM of the Knicks, Worldwide West. This is them saying, you know what? We're taking advantage of this moment, and we're going to rock the Garden the way it was back in the day. I'm not mad at them. You got a first-round playoff series against the Atlanta Hawks. And let's be real. Now, Root, you are a Knicks fan. At the beginning of the season, no Knicks fan was talking about playoffs. No Knicks fan was talking about playoffs. Nobody expected for Julius Randle to be this superstar. Nobody expected for
this jersey was in the basement.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody expected for a midseason acquisition to bring D Rose back, right? Nobody expected for Obi Toppin the ball this way. Nobody expected for the Knicks to do this. And the Knicks not only made the playoffs, but they got a top 5 seed, bro. Like, this is what the NBA is all about. Shout out to the Knicks. I personally picked the Knicks to win this series in 6. But, unfortunately, I've got to detract. Because here we got a situation where some idiot has lost his ever-loving mind. So the point guard of the Atlanta Hawks, his name is Trae Young. Trae Young gave it to the Knicks in Game 1. He had some choice words for the Garden after Game 1. Game 2, the Knicks were down big. They rallied. They came back. The Knicks end up winning the game. The problem with this is there was a fan, an idiot, who literally spit on Trae Young when Trae Young was taking the ball out of bounds.
All bets are off.
There is literally a video. I don't have it. It's disgusting. I'm not going to play it. But there's literally a video of this fan spitting over people who are, first of all, you're standing up and the people on the front row are sitting down. You spit over the lady. The lady, you can see her back up like this because she's ill. The spit lands on Trae Young's arm. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting.
Were they arrested?
Here's the problem. They were not arrested. Now, you and I both know.
I don't even understand
that if we did that outside of Madison Square Garden, that is assault.
Bro.
They should not be protected because they're in the Garden. Now, what happened to them was they were banned from the Garden for life. Same thing happened in Philly with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook hurts his ankle. He's leaving the game, going to the locker room. He's hurt. An idiot fan decides to pour his box of popcorn on Russ. Russ snaps. Same thing happened. That fan gets banned from the Wells Fargo Arena for life. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened to just pure fandom?
People forget about Ron Artest. People want that Ron Artest.
Metal World Peace.
He Metal World Peace now. But that beat down that he was giving.
Oh, it was a rap about that. You know that was But now, only thing I gotta say is I agree with everything you say, but I'm mad, Jinx, at you that you ain't have a video and you saying it's disgusting. We done watched all these gruesome videos of people getting shot and our people getting gunned down by white police officers, and you gonna say that one thing you ain't want to play?
Nobody wants to see no spit.
Y'all really want to see spit on a guy's arm?
Nah, I'm just saying it's better. It's probably a better movie than watching somebody get gunned down.
I mean, I didn't want to see spit.
Right,
on the arm. It's good. Shout out to the Lakers, though. You know what I'm saying? Game 3 tonight. We're in a battle right now. We locked in the 7th seed.
I take the Knicks in 7. The Knicks in 7 is going down to the wire, bro.
I said the Knicks in 6. But I do think it's going to end up going 7 games. I also think that the Suns and Lakers series is going to go 7 games. The only way it doesn't is if Chris Paul is really hurt and cannot play.
Yeah.
I'm a hardcore LeBron James Lakers fan, hardcore, and I'm one of the ones who said that if Chris Paul played in that game on Tuesday night, I don't know if the Lakers pull that out. Right? I just don't know. Here we have a fabulous Phoenix Suns team that locked up the second team, and they're balling, no doubt about it.
No, they are.
And here's the crazy part. They are not afraid of LeBron and AD. They couldn't care less.
No, they're not afraid. And that's what I love about it. I can never watch the whole game because it starts so freaking late. I'm always falling asleep.
Yeah.
And the West Coast games. But man, the NBA is back, yo. Like I was so shocked at game 1 of the Knicks because I did not see that coming as far as the crowd. I'm thinking it's still gonna be a couple hundred in the stands. And I said, is this an old game? Like, what's happening?
No.
Like, it was crazy. I'm just praying
everybody's open.
Yeah.
Open.
I'm just praying everybody's safe. I heard that they, everybody, especially in close quarters, were vaccinated and COVID tested. But now I'm hearing there's a lot of bootleg vaccination cards.
I heard about that.
The other day.
That was
the other day for having 64 fake cards.
What? That's crazy. Just say you don't got the vaccination.
That's why we still got to wear masks, man, in these close.
But definitely shout out to the people who are vaccinated and helping, the world become back to normal. If this was what we call normal, I don't know.
This is a Bernard King jersey.
Bernard King,
and this is 18 years old. This jersey.
Let me tell you about Bernard King.
Hold on.
He still lives today through Carmelo Anthony. That is Carmelo Anthony's favorite basketball player of all time.
Yep.
He patterned his game after B. King. Fabulous Knick player.
Yep. And I went to his basketball camp growing up, James.
Oh, wow.
Bernie and Ernie, Bernard King and Ernie Grumfield. He was another famous Knick.
Now, y'all over here showing off right. Now, I didn't, but I did peep y'all game at the pre-meeting. So I definitely, and I'm glad you talked about your vintage jersey because I got a vintage Chicago Bulls jersey over here. This is official.
That's
Mitchell and Ness right here.
Mitchell and Ness.
You should have put that on,
Mitchell and Ness.
I mean, it's just something that I had. I got it for a nice. Oh, shout out to Mitchell and Ness. They ain't supporting our movement, but maybe somebody will tag them.
We official. I need to check Mitchell and Ness.
It is what it is. But you know what? While we on it, y'all got to explain something to me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just found out. Maybe I've been under a rock and I've been keeping up with the wrong stuff and not this stuff and not being well-rounded. But J. Cole, I thought he was a rapper, y'all. That's all I'm saying is I thought J. Cole was a rapper. I just found out that J. Cole, the rapper, signed a deal in Africa to play with the Basketball African League for the Rwanda patrons. But I guess I wouldn't know, and I guess it don't even matter if I knew or not because it was short-lived. And when I say short-lived, I mean short-lived. After one game, he called it quit. Now I can laugh all day, and I can say that's what he get, because he should have stayed in his lane. He should have kept playing basketball. But I don't even know the story. I didn't even know the dude played basketball.
No, J. Cole is nice. J. Cole is nice.
Really?
It was a lot surrounding.
I'm not saying really like as in he's nice. People play basketball. I'm pretty sure he was a good basketball player, but I just never thought of him being an NBA basketball player.
Yeah, no. J. Cole is very nice, and in fact, this was a big thing. It was a big whole setup for this because a couple weeks ago his album came out. His album is entitled "The Off Season." So that's a play on words. That's a play on basketball. The album is incredible. And right when the album was coming out, they announced that he will be playing for the Rwanda Patriots. So I think it was like a big, just a rollout for this team in Africa. The NBA is now, they spent billions of dollars to set up this league in Africa. So after one game, it's like a lot of people are taking this very seriously, and a lot of people are mad. This is a quote from somebody over at Rwanda. They said, for a guy who has so much money and has another career to just come here and average like 1 point a game and still get glorified is very disrespectful to the game. This is from ASL. He's a guard, Terrell Stoglin. He said this to ESPN. It's disrespectful to the ones who sacrificed their whole lives for this. Yeah. So a lot of people are thinking it's just a publicity stunt. They're saying that, the reason he's leaving is because of a family obligation. I don't know if that to be true. I don't know it to be false. But again,
usually when an artist is coming out with an album, They usually do something to
right.
kind of, create some sort of publicity,
right,
some sort of PR. So that might just be a little stunt right there.
yeah.
I mean, one game and you only averaging 1 point. Like he had to knew he wasn't. I mean, was he not getting playing time? So many questions. I don't know.
I gotta agree with the player though. I gotta agree with him. Like either you're gonna commit to this or you're not. Like, and it is a slap in the face. It is a slap in the face because a lot of people feel that the only reason why he got that contract is because he is J. Cole.
Right.
So, even though he's good at basketball, name an average cat who could just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go play for the
right,
NBA.
Right."
So I agree with him. Like, and I don't have a problem with J. Cole. I think he has good music, but I agree. Like, yo, if you're gonna do this, be for real and don't make a mockery of it because there's cats over there who ball for real, and this is all they've dedicated their lives to.
Yeah. I don't know, Paul. I love the album out, but this whole thing, man, I'm not feeling it. I thought he would at least give it a season or so. I couldn't see him just playing, balling out, forevermore. Because let's face it, you're still in your 30s. So this is, Derrick Rose is a veteran at this point. He's only 32 years old.
I was gonna say, is there a cap on that?
I mean, in basketball, usually, LeBron James is an anomaly because he's playing at his best right now. Although he's getting hurt and he's crying when he's getting hit in the eye and stuff like that. But like
I saw 3 rims, I shot the one in the middle. Don't forget.
Huh? Yeah, he saw 3 rims.
Shot the one in the middle.
So wait, did you peep? Rewinding back to that game, did you peep at the end of the game?
Steph Curry was like, "Come on, man."
Curry was not having any of it, bro.
Listen, as a Bron fan, I take the good with the bad. Listen, I'm even at the point where when Bron goes down, I'll be like, "All right, man, get up." Yeah. I'm that way too.
Yeah, he's too strong.
The only one that I wasn't like that though, for real, was when he sprained his ankle. I literally saw the cat like dive and roll his ankle. Yeah. I was okay. That's legitimate. Yeah. But and I get it. He did get hit in the eye, but to be that like, was it really that bad? You all rolling on the ground, and now you like,
and you saw 3 rims.
Look. And he goes, and again, this is my man. He's walking up to the free throw line after he gets in the eye, and he says, "Yo, I can't see." And it's almost like he was painting the picture of him missing the foul shots.
Yes.
And then, bro, you don't hit that shot if you can't see the rim. I'm sorry. You don't hit that 3 if you can't see, bro. I love you, but nah.
No. It was hilarious. But J. Cole, man, yeah, you was wrong for that, bro. Stick to music. Don't disrespect.
Y'all say you got an album coming out, and
no, it's already out. It's out.
Oh, it's out already.
So that's the thing, Cole. It's like I'm dropping this album called The Off Season, a play on basketball words. And guess what, guys? This is all in the same press release.
I'm just gonna set myself up.
Yeah, I'm playing for the NBA Africa. And
so he's got all right. So it was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant marketing. But stop playing. Don't play in it.
We're gonna see if we get a couple dollars off that.
Yeah.
But guess what, y'all? Rest in peace, DMX, but he got an album coming out tomorrow. Exodus. Y'all hype about that or nah? Y'all don't look excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh, it's gonna be dope.
I'm excited. Right. They got Jay and Nas on a song. It's crazy.
Is that the one with DJ Khaled?
No.
Oh, see, I didn't even hear that one yet either. I'm a little behind on that, but
you behind.
Yeah, that's kind of exciting, y'all. Rest in peace to DMX, but DMX, he showed a lot of love to a lot of people. He was sincere in his prayers and his belief in God. There's nothing
so crazy.
Give him one of the highest praises, as being an MC or artist, like all day long. Like DMX was dope. Definitely rest in peace to him. And the last time we seen him was on Versus. That was the last time we seen him live, up and kicking and being himself. And this Sunday, the Versus creators are about to have a match.
Crazy, bro.
Swiss Beats are going to match. It's going down this Sunday in Miami. This is going to be one of the dopest, if not yet the best Versus ever. I mean, I don't know. I know every time a Versus come up that we be like, this gonna be the dopest one, or this gonna be the best one. This gonna be the one right here. This gonna be the one right here. Are they? I mean, I'm trying to figure out. Are they going to do features? They going to just do beats? What? Like, how they coming?
You know what? That's something else they could do. They could literally just do beats with no lyrics.
Right.
They could.
They gonna do beats. They can do features. They can do their own. They both got their own albums out.
This is special on so many levels because, again, like you guys said, these are the creators of verses. And so just to give you the backstory, in 2018 during Summer Jam, they both came out and they decided they was gonna battle song for song. It was like 15 minutes. So they going back and forth. They going back and forth, and I'm just like,
back and forth.
I'm looking at this like, I don't think this crowd appreciates what's going on here because they was like very like, and they even when I looked on the comments on YouTube, they like, man, they not appreciating this greatness.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They going back and forth playing Pony, then they go, playing Justin Timberlake stuff, then Drake stuff, then like Missy Elliott. I'm like, they going back and forth, back and forth. From that, then they started doing, little battles during COVID, like in the car. Swiss was in the car playing stuff. Then Tim was playing stuff, and then they came up with the idea, of this verses. Although your boy came up with the verses joint 12 years ago.
Trademark that joint.
That's what I'm saying. When you have an idea, trademark it and do better with it. I was doing that verses thing, album for album, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. But I digress.
Just selling it another way.
Yeah, in another way. But this is gonna be dope. You talking about the great thing about this is typically when we see the verses, it's like artists and artists. So you just get Escape and SWV. These dudes have catalog with a bunch of artists. So we're gonna hear a bunch of music from Jay. They both have a cluster of music. They both did so much great stuff for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? They both did so much stuff for Beyonce,
Missy Elliott,
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake,
Usher. I forgot about Usher.
The whole Rough Riders,
right?
Yeah,
man. Riders, like, that's what I'm saying. And they gotta give them more than 2 hours, like, and they need to start earlier than 8 o'clock. They need to start at 5.
They are super producers.
Like this is gonna be
super producers.
Super producers.
We might get cheated out of some
DX's own Swiss Beats. I'm excited.
Can I borrow it?
Here you go.
Yes, it's gonna be a movie, man. It's gonna be in Miami. The weather here is sucky this weekend, so everybody on this East Coast, we're gonna be in the house anyway. It's Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, everybody.
It's gonna be in the 50s this weekend, guys.
That's beat.
Last week was 95 degrees.
Yeah, that's gonna be
beat. We chilling. My wife, I'm gonna get my menu together now. And
menu? What menu? The food menu?
Yeah,
because Monday's Memorial Day, so you gotta have food during the verses and chill on Monday.
There you go.
You better be easy on Kim. The weather ain't gonna be right. It ain't gonna be grilling weather. You better relax.
No, not grilling them. No, I need a Sunday meal.
It ain't Father's Day. You better relax. You better say that meal exactly. You better relax. All right, it's either Father's Day or Memorial Day. Pick one.
No.
You're not gonna be having sis out here like that every weekend.
My wife is fine. She likes to cook. She likes to make my belly happy.
Kim, we'll talk.
Amongst other things.
Oh my God. Now, speaking of fights, while we were talking about fights and battles, did y'all see The View, dog? Whoopi and Meghan McCain. Did y'all see that?
I watch The View every day.
Okay, I was gonna say I actually saw it, and I didn't see nothing wrong with what happened. I just didn't see
Meghan McCain. They need to get another Republican or something.
Now, if y'all don't know, right? If y'all don't know what happened, or if y'all don't watch The View, Meghan McCain and Whoopi Goldberg kind of got into it because Meghan McCain was talking and she felt like Whoopi Goldberg cut her off. However, she did cut her off. However, it was time to go to a commercial, and Whoopi is the moderator. So why is we even arguing that? It's time to go off. It's not even no conversation. You looking at the countdown clock just like I'm looking at the countdown clock. Time to go off. It's time to go to a commercial. Megan, relax. Show some respect. That is what it is.
This is not.
I just wanted to talk about the
Whoopi has cut somebody off to go to break though,
and she knows
it's not. It's not.
This is like the first time that Whoopi has said something like, "Yo, we got to go to break."
Right, and you still talking like y'all know what time. Y'all know we have to pay these bills.
As soon as they came back for break, she let her finish out her thought. But then she gets into it with Joy because she's always, having a tantrum about something because she always feels like she's the odd man out. Everybody's picking on her. She's like, yeah, y'all need to have the same energy when you're talking about Jewish people and anti-Semitism. And so then Joy had to check. It was like, first of all, I've been talking about anti-Semitism for 25 years. I've been on the show 25 years. So you don't get to tell me what to talk. And then she's just like, well, I've been on the show for 4 years. And so Joy's like, well, you do your thing because that's what you do. She's like, well, I've been doing I already know I'm here and you guys are there. So now it got so bad, I guess. The new president of ABC, she called like a meeting with all of them and basically saying that they're creating a toxic environment and we don't want to be like the other shows. So I'm thinking she's talking about the talk. Because we saw what happened over the past couple months with the
Whoopi's not going anywhere. That's all I gotta say.
No, Whoopi's not going anywhere. If anybody
and Meghan McCain need to show some respect. Joy Behar, like she said, she's been doing this for 25 years. Meghan McCain, you about 25. She's been doing as long as you've been living. You need to have some respect. I don't care what what school you went to, what degree you have. At some point, you need to show a level of respect, and that's just what it is. You don't go on to these platforms and try to, overtalk or down talk these veterans. Like, you still a rookie. You talking about 4 years? They got 25 years just in this part. Look at all other stuff they do. They got movies. They in this, they in that. Like, you need to show
some respect. Go watch Go.
I sung on the View.
Yeah, Joy Behar been doing this longer than Jinx been alive.
I sung on the View in 1998.
His beard only like Jinx beard only like 2. Like what?
We sung on the View in 1998 with Bishop Walker.
Exactly.
And Joy Behar was right there.
In 1992?
98.
1998.
Oh, because I was about to say I might want to sit down somewhere.
Yeah, 98. And Meghan McCain probably was not even 10 yet. So sit down somewhere.
Exactly. Show some respect, Meghan.
And they always have the one Republican on there who has different views, which is why the show is called The View. And that's fine. But
that's what they need to have to balance.
She gets under my skin.
Yeah, I'm sick of her, honestly. She could go. She can stay or go. Take it or leave it.
She can go.
I'm good. So MGM sold to Amazon for $8.45 billion with a B and a blockbuster deal. Fellas, do you know how much money $8.45 billion is?
Jeff Bezos, like, anytime you can write a check like that and buy a conglomerate like MGM and not really feel it. Like, let's not forget this man just went through a whole divorce.
Split all his own billions. So
he had to give away billions to his wife.
Hey, shout out to Mackenzie Bezos because she's definitely supporting the HBCUs.
Oh yeah, I was wrong with her
money. But he gave away billions of dollars and still wrote another $1 billion check.
Because what he's getting ready to do is maybe I know y'all understand it, but maybe the viewers don't really understand. By him buying MGM, what he's getting ready to do is recoup all the money he just lost in his divorce and then some.
There you go.
And that's going to be so easy.
MGM is popping right now. MGM was popping on Monday night and Tuesday and Wednesday.
But we're not even just
That's just the casino. That's just the casino portion.
That's just the casino. We're not talking about the movie, the studio,
the movies, all of that. Like
Amazon Prime is about to be popping. It's you talking about Netflix. Amazon Prime is about to be popping because they have access to all of that now.
And guess what? Jeff Bezos probably ain't even blink right in that check.
Nah, man.
He's on his yacht right now watching the.
He know he about to get it.
And again, it all starts with a dream, man. That's why don't let your dreams die. Because Jeff Bezos is no different from us. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think he finished college, just like Bill Gates. Like, okay, they're all white men. However,
Diddy didn't graduate from college.
That's
he
what
got
I'm
a nice bad boy company.
Don't give right. That's like, man, don't give up on your dream. Do it.
I'm telling y'all, man. Listen.
Because how many of us order from Amazon like every day or every other day?
I'm about to order something right now. I'm about to put y'all on hold. No, I'm just
like
kidding.
Things like Amazon, Google, and YouTube is like an everyday word.
No, Netflix, like you do these things every day without even thinking about it. When you go on to Facebook or Netflix or Instagram, you go on Netflix at night, you go on Amazon during the day, there's always something. These are the part of the Fango. If you are into stocks, then you know what Fango is. I ain't got to go there. I'm not going to go there, but it is what it is. These are your top platforms. These are the things you use every day without even thinking about it.
And I'm getting into this cryptocurrency, guys.
Oh, I bought some Dogecoin. Or how you say it? Dogecoin or
Doge.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
Don't touch it. Buy it and leave it alone.
I'm not touching it. I have
a friend who bought Bitcoin years ago, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago.
Is he rich now?
Listen to me. He cashed out a little early. Well, a lot early because he got hype. And he got about maybe $10,000. Not bad. Had he kept it up until February, he would have got like $5 million.
Wow.
If you're gonna buy it, stop looking at it every day. Do it and let it sit. If you spend a couple $100, you know how quickly we spend a couple $100?
Yeah, just let it sit. Act like you don't even miss it. Just spend it. Don't let it sit there.
Just let it sit.
I encourage everybody to get educated on this cryptocurrency and stocks just in general. We need to start investing. That's just something we need to start doing to create or to diminish this generational wealth thing. Or
shameless plug, you all need life insurance. You got insurance on your phone and your car, but you don't have it on your life. Stop playing.
Talk about
you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. So
y'all
do need to big up your businesses. So go ahead, do that before we close out.
Listen, Precision Insurance Consultants, we deal specifically in life insurance, final expense, income protection, income replacement. Listen, there are so many people walking the face of the earth that they pass away today. Their families have no means to take care of their funeral, have no means to take care of the outstanding bills. Husbands, wives, if you pass away today, ask yourself this question: what is your spouse going to do to take care of the family? I'm telling you right now, stop insuring electronics and vehicles and not insuring your life.
Ooh,
if your car is more important than your life, we've got a problem. If this iPhone is more important than your life, we've got a problem. You gotta think about this. How do you think, and I'll digress, how do you think other nationalities passed down generational wealth and they worked 9 to 5 for 30 years? Baby, it wasn't from their job. It was from the $40, $60, $100 they spent every month with their $1.5 million policy that they got when they were 20 years old. They didn't wait until they were 40 and 50. They got it at 20. They died. Guess what? Their families were millionaires. That's how you pass down generational wealth. You don't have to be a millionaire to do it. You just have to be smart.
So you don't go get a GoFundMe.
Oh my God! If I see another GoFundMe,
don't sell no fish sandwiches, huh?
Come on.
And that's real talk.
This is what happens in our community. We got our outfit costs $1,000, but we ain't got no life insurance.
Yeah,
bro,
crazy.
I need you to.
How can they contact you, Jinx?
Listen, they can hit me on Facebook, Precision Consulting Group, or Precision Insurance Consultants. They can hit me on Facebook. My personal page, Kelvin D. Jenkins Sr. Hit me. Listen, it doesn't cost anything for me to give you a quote. We can quote it out. We can see what coverage you need, what fits your budget. Listen, I've got policies that start at $35,000 all the way up to $10-15 million.
This girl's trying to kill me, bro.
Yeah. So whatever you need, we got. But I'm telling you, start somewhere.
Y'all heard him. All right, best news right here. Well, guys, I had a fun time with y'all.
No, we're not done.
All right,
what's your business though?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, my business?
Vending.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got Keeping It Cute vending for all your vending needs. We got bubblegum machines, candy machines, snack and sodas as well. Just call me, hit your location. If your location is in need of some snacks and sodas and all that good stuff, definitely hit me up. You can find me on Facebook at Shabri S. Scott. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and as well as Instagram. I have Actually, I have every platform, Snapchat, everything. But yes, I have started a new vending business. It went from 1 to 7 machines out in about 1 month.
Yeah,
so I'm
cool.
excited about that. I have 7 different locations. Started off as just a dream, like you said, didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. And now Keeping It Cute LLC vending is in 7 locations. So definitely hit me up, all your vending needs. Appreciate the plug, guys.
Wonderful.
But we done now, y'all?
We done?
We done? Or is we done or is we finished?
No, we're not done.
No, we're not done because I definitely don't want to forget this brother. He was he had a big effect on the community. He showed Black kids, what a superhero could be and that it could be them on the screen. So Howard University, big ups to them. They named the College of Fine Arts after Chadwick Boseman. That's a big deal, guys. Definitely couldn't forget that. I'm glad that y'all didn't let me forget that.
And we got one more. But before I get to that, Felicia Rashad is also the dean of this school. Yeah. So definitely big shout out to her.
Wait, real talk. There's another one. I don't know if you were going to mention this, but one of your homeboys just became the first African American pastor for Hillsong Church.
Yes.
Who's
yes.
That?
That's big.
Spill the tea on that one. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, Sam. What's Sam's last name?
Sam Hill?
No. I want to get it right. But Sam, I met Sam. Yeah, I know, right? I'm such a great Sam Collier. I met Sam 2 years ago in the Bahamas at a Global United Fellowship Neil Ellis conference. And cool brother. I didn't even know Sam was a preacher. I knew Sam was a motivational speaker. I knew he had, books and things of that nature. And I know he had a very popular podcast, but I did not know, he was a preacher or a pastor.
Wow.
And so this is huge, man. This is huge for Hillsong, right? Because he was a real cool, humble dude, like not out of character at all. Just a nice dude, man. And we hit it off as soon as we met. So to see this, I got the press release. I'm like, yo, Sam is the pastor of Hillsong Atlanta. You don't know how big. If you're in the church world, you know how big this is. Like, Hillsong don't play around when it comes to stuff like this.
He'll never have to work again if he plays his cards right.
Say it again, Jinx.
He'll never have to work again if he plays his cards right. It's over. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Nice of you to give him his flowers.
Hillsong is going to
somebody will tag him and he can hear this stuff.
Huh?
Hillsong is going to fund everything. Everything.
I mean, come on.
He will never write a check in his life. Okay,
It's a machine.
Wow.
So big shout out to Sam, man. Very proud of him. And hopefully when I go to Atlanta, I think I'm going out there in September, I can visit Hillsong Atlanta.
Well, while we throwing out flowers, we might as well big up our WIMG family. We are now nominated for our 5th Stellar Award. So while we've been
nominated like 10 times,
but we up for our 5th.
We up for our 5th. It's crazy.
So congratulations to you, Mr. Roof,
congratulations
for all the
to
hard
you,
work
Koko.
you do during your your 10 to 2 segments on Monday through Friday. So definitely kudos to you. Big up to you for all the hard work that you do at the radio.
Likewise to you. You're there on the most important day, Sunday.
Yes, I am on Sundays 7:30 to 12:30 p.m. getting folks ready for Sunday morning services. I pray that I'm doing a good job. From the feedback that I got, I'm ecstatic with it, and I guess I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So definitely big up to WIMG, Maggie Gazzardo, Vinny Stansberry, Professor Craig Hayes, Zach Williams, Mr. Root, Koko, K-Ro, the list. That's Steve's, DJ Say What, the Fleet DJs, everybody, Root Magazine. Yeah, we doing our thing over there. Y'all need to check us out. But it's time to go for real.
No, we're not done. We're not done.
All right, we ain't done yet. They all excited.
I don't know what notes you looking at. Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah, Kwame. I be trying to skip stuff to avoid stuff, but y'all be starting.
This is a big story.
Y'all be starting Kwame Brown, y'all. If y'all don't know, if y'all been out of the loop, Kwame Brown has been going off on social media.
Off.
On everybody.
I mean,
Nobody's
off.
Yo, Jinx.
I be trying to like.
Nobody's exempt.
In my Jinx voice, I be trying to digress on.
Everybody gets it.
All right, Koko, we don't need you to talk anymore because this is sports talk. You can just go to the side. Go to your corner.
Can I stop I'm gonna turn my camera off. No, I might need to be the referee. Let me see if I got a whistle.
Kwame is not playing. First of all, Jinx, this is the first time I heard Kwame Brown talk
in years.
No, I never heard him talk, Jinx.
Oh, for real?
No. All I know of Kwame Brown is he was the first round draft pick out of high school. Michael Jordan was enamored with this dude, so they drafted him to the Wizards.
Yeah, to the Wizards. My bad. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think. Did he play with Jordan? Was that the year Jordan played?
I don't think he played with Jordan. I know he played with Koko.
Okay.
How old is this guy?
How old is he now?
Yeah, he look a little aged.
He's early. No, he's 30, maybe 35, if that. Remember, he came to the league at 17 years old. So let's start there. They had a lot of high hopes for this dude, but he didn't, rise to the occasion. So they basically call him a bust.
He's 39.
He's 39?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I think he came in like, 2000? Oh, okay, he's 39. So he's still a young man. He's been out of the league.
He just had a birthday March 10th.
Okay, so he's 39 years old. Well, he came in the league at 17. So you're talking 22 years ago. I think he came in like 2000. And again, they had high hopes for him, but he just didn't rise to the occasion. First of all, it ain't like he's the first person that came in the league who they thought that were going to do well and didn't. Okay? So let's start there. But Stephen A. Smith has been enamored with this guy for years. And you already know Stephen A. Smith is very outspoken, but he's been talking out his butt about this dude forever. Even so much so, Stephen A. Smith was getting honored somewhere and getting an award, and for some reason, he's talking about Kwame Brown and he's dogging him. So I guess Kwame's like, okay, y'all gonna keep talking about me? But now, man, oh man, once that first video went viral, he went at him, he went at Skip, he went at Charlemagne, he went at Envy, because he going at people who you associated with too. He went at Matt Barnes, calling him Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
Like he's on a rampage, and every other day he's coming for the next person. Jinx, what are your thoughts on Kwame Brown and this whole situation?
What's interesting to me is that Charlemagne the God had words to say about Kwame Brown.
Dr. Leonard.
Yeah. And this is interesting because Charlemagne actually felt bad. And I've never known Charlemagne to feel bad about having comments about somebody.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. He didn't really feel bad.
Well, he gave himself
donkey of the day. He did.
He gave himself the donkey of the day for talking about Kwame Brown. Yeah. He also said that he caused pain to Kwame's family, caused trauma, and all this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, I heard somebody say that they want to remove the word bust from from their from their words and things like that for talking about NBA players, right? I don't want to talk about bust in my vocabulary. Listen, Kwame Brown had extremely high expectations. There's a meme that goes around, and listen, it's what it is. Facts are facts. It said Kobe Bryant and Kwame Brown combined for 65 points in the game. Kobe had 64. Kwame had 1. So,
I bet you like that one, didn't you?
So I was just looking at it. I'm like, yo, Kwame has so much promise. Here's the thing. We don't know what went wrong with this man's career. To me, it's beyond basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that we've got to be cognizant of what we're saying about people because, first of all, the guys like Stephen A. Smith, Charlemagne the God, Matt Barnes, Skip Bayless, these guys are multi-millionaires, not just from their basketball careers. When you talk about Matt Barnes was still a millionaire from the jump on ESPN. Skip Bayless makes $6 million a year from Fox. Stephen A. Smith makes $10 million a year from ESPN. Yep. You know, Charlamagne the God's a millionaire because of his syndicated radio show. These people have so much money, so them being, you know, apologetic. No, I'm sorry. Charlamagne the God being apologetic can kind of look like a, you know, a save face publicity thing. Stephen A. Smith is not pulling back. It's not happening.
We'll see. We'll see. Here's the thing, and I want to shout out Jalen Rose, because Jalen Rose brought Stephen A. Smith to task. He's like, how can you call somebody a bust who came into the NBA at 17 years old? He was like, do you know what that is? That's 1 in a billion. That's not a bust.
That's something nobody.
And he called Stephen A. Smith out. And he said the only reason why ESPN hired him is because he started talking about black people. He never had a job with ESPN until he started talking about black people. I didn't know that. That's history for me. Don't know. Yeah. But if that's true, that's another thing.
That's another thing. So I don't know. I think he's gonna put Stephen up against the ropes at some point, because Stephen A. Smith can talk all of that, but Kwame Brown has a huge audience right now, and I feel like somebody's about to hire this cat,
bro,
to have his own podcast.
But you just said it. This man came in the NBA at 17.
17.
He is not a bust.
No, everybody can't be LeBron or Kobe. You know what I'm saying? They had a different mindset, because what I'm hearing is that Michael Jordan beat up Kwame so bad that it probably threw him off his game.
This is what I'm saying.
You know that Jordan got fired by the owner of the Wizards because of the way he was talking to the players. Did you know that?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You call him the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a GOAT basketball-wise. I'm not talking about business-wise. I did see The Last Dance. I saw what a lot of people had to say about him attitude-wise. I mean, I give LeBron that all day. Like, as far as, you know, his people skills and his business, you know, and being in the African-American community, Jordan, you know, not so much. But it's basketball, yes, he's still the GOAT. He's still the GOAT. But we're not gonna, come on, stay focused, Jinx. What I'm saying is, yeah, you're good.
This is the part I live for, guys.
Yeah. So now you made me forget what I was gonna say, man. God, I'm 45, bro. You can't be just interrupting me like that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. But Kwame Brown, he gonna get a multi-million-dollar deal out of this. Watch what I say, because everybody's watching, and he's funny. That's the thing. Jinx, I'm so shocked because, like I said, I've never saw Kwame Brown talk. So I'm like, yo, he get down like this. He's like, boy, you're gonna get some of your mama's cooking, boy. Yeah. And he get 500,000, a million views a day. What? So they better leave him alone. I mean,
he should start his own.
He needs to. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, Stephen A. Smith has made a career out of pretty much, you know, talking. But you got to be very careful. I mean, it is your job to critique certain people, but when you keep at it and at it,
out of the league for forever, since 2003.
Exactly. So why is his name still in your mouth?
Yeah,
it's whack. It's whack. And like he said, you wouldn't do no white boy like that.
No,
you wouldn't. Stephen A. Smith would not.
Nope.
So,
well,
I think we're done.
Now we're done.
Yeah.
Y'all sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Positive.
Everything's off the list.
I don't need a whistle. I don't need.
I told you we might go 90 minutes today, and look, it's 18.
Well, looks like we done checked everything off the list. The list has been checked twice. Santa not coming, but it's gonna be hot outside. No, it's gonna be cold outside this weekend.
Let's go, Lakers.
You done?
Let's go, Knicks. I would love to see a Subway series with the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. Dear Lord, please make that happen. That would be so freaking dope.
From Hassan's ears, from Mr. Root's ears, from Mr. Root's mouth to God's ears.
Yes.
Y'all done for real?
Lakers winning tonight, going up 2-1.
Nah, y'all, but for real, I had a good time with y'all tonight. We definitely winning tonight. Another good show. Always we got decent vibes, good dialogue. The energy is always great. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all next Thursday at 7 p.m. Sound good to y'all?
Sounds great.
Root Access Live, y'all. Y'all super funny. I love it.